Hello. Hello and welcome to Drawing Stream. We're starting a bit late today. Apparently we're also starting Invisible today. That's a little fun. Okay, give me a second, folks. Let me pull myself up on the screen. What? Okay, there we go. Yes, hello indeed. Welcome. Let's go. This is not the Tears of the Kingdom Zelda you were expecting to see. Well, now I am curious. What were you expecting to see? Yeah, this is a new one. This isn't anything older. So I'm just kind of working on something random. I might actually stop and draw something else today. If anyone has any suggestions, I'm down for that. This is just, I've done an old one before. I've done lots of Tears of the Kingdom Zeldas. I've drawn so many. What can I say? Tears of the Kingdom Zelda is both easy to draw and also looks really cute. Yeah, the one I'm doing today is I'm attempting to mix together the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom outfits a little bit. And I'm just kind of working on that just for fun. Yeah, if anyone has any other suggestions, though, I'm willing to switch today. Oh, a wild dust appears already. Look at that. Okay, give us a second, folks. Let's get dust online. Yeah, oh, so we are getting a dust. Same. Alright, now I have to wait for Discord to start. Just gonna... There we go. Hello. Hello. How's it going? Can you hear me? Am I still in the call? Yeah, okay. Hold on a second. I gotta put the volume of the music up then. Okay.
I am here on time-ish. Not really, I'm late.
Hey, there we go. It's okay, I was a bit late today too, honestly. Huh.
Are you on right now?
I am on the lines. Welcome.
Okay. I'm gonna go on the lines then too.
Join me on the lines.
Wait,
lines, they sure do be pretty interesting these days.
I don't know how to title my stream.
That's fair. Are you working on the same thing you were working on the last 2 weeks? Dust sounds like she's coming through a phone. Oh, is it different than usual?
Oh, you know why? It might be because of what we were doing yesterday.
Oh, this is fair. Yeah. I guess that's a thing on...
Is this better?
Try again? Or try saying something else?
I am saying stuff.
I think that works. Let me also decrease the volume of the music.
Maybe it's because I don't know. If you hear me fine, then I don't know.
Don't think it's from Dust End? It's probably from Dust End because I can also hear the thing that you're saying. Yeah.
Oh really? Okay. Hold on. Okay, give me a second.
I mean, I don't think it's that bad, but it's like a little more phone call-y than usual.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, we'll be able to tell when Dust gets on the lines. Dust, get on the lines.
Oh, no. All right.
Get on them lines, and then we'll debug properly. Okay, let me.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
The lines await you. Various dust noises also await you. Yeah, I wonder how many dust noises we've heard over the course of this. At least 5. At least 5.
And upwards of 200.
And upwards of 200, exactly. Yeah, how has your day been? Have you been doing work?
Yeah, I just got back.
Nice. Yeah, I actually have to go into work this week, so my stream schedule is gonna be a little bit...
You have to go into work? Like,
I have to go into work!
My god, unimaginable.
I know, right? What is this physical work thing? I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up for this. Yeah, work may keep me from leaving a little bit. Which is, like, so we have like a hackathon type of thing going on. Like a little internal hackathon that we're all working on.
Is it like a, I guess, is it like a productive hackathon? As in, do you need to do something for the company?
Yeah, I mean, like, what else would a hackathon be for?
Just like whatever the fuck you want to do, like the hackathons we used to attend in college.
Oh, you mean like Okay, true, but like, but like the point of that hackathon was to do something productive. It's just that we decided not to.
Well, no, but like, but no, like, does the hackathon is it for this company? That
Yeah,
you're
yeah. It's
working
a
at?
little
Okay.
internal it's a little internal hackathon that's just for our company, even just for like our team and associated teams, in fact.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, it's nice. It's more like a focus 2 weeks, like a 2 weeks where we gotta focus on this stuff, and like we can do new
Like a
things.
sprint. Yeah.
Yeah, except like a sprint would be more towards like stuff that is like immediately useful for the company, whereas this is like a research sprint. So it's like for these 2 weeks, you don't have to worry about whether something is gonna actually work or not. Just try to get it working, like hack it together. None of this code quality shit.
That's pretty cool.
So that's kind of nice. Yeah.
It sounds very much like what a modern like startup-y, that kind of cultural company would do.
Yeah, it's true.
Get some
Although
music in here.
I will say, I think I signed up for potentially a project that won't have the best results, so I've hedged my bets by putting myself as main on one project that I don't think is gonna work that well. And then I've kind of also included the opportunity for me to like ditch and do something else if I can. Not that I'll need to, but like just in case, you know, you gotta have your backup strategies for when your 20% crits hit multiple time in a row, etc., etc.
Of course, that's just
It's just the way this works.
strategic entrepreneurship.
Right. Included the opportunity for the main on a project to just ditch it. Oh, so like I guess I'm not the main. And to be fair, like if I was to ditch the project, the main would also be ditching the project. Like if it was really that bad, we would just both leave, I bet. But we'll see, we'll see. We will see how that goes, indeed.
Guys, I don't know what to draw today. It's that like weird transition period between I finished Sonic Frontiers and I started playing 999, but also I have a visitor. And we might be playing some multiplayer games. So I'm kind of like in that weird limbo between games right now. So I don't know what to play. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to draw.
I'm also actually kind of down to draw other things. I've been working on something, but this is not something I need to do on stream necessarily, so I'm okay with drawing something else. If you can think of something interesting. Something interesting that I have a chance of drawing, then I'll do it.
Aaron T says draw a Sissel.
Oh, I've actually already drawn Lynn from Ghost Trick. I have done that twice, actually, and I just never bothered to post either of them, I think. I might have posted at least one of them.
If we both draw Sissel, like... I feel... Aaron...
I can't draw Sissel.
Exactly. Yeah, well, why?
Because I have to finish the game. Once I finish the game, then I will allow myself to draw Sissel.
Oh, but why'd you not draw Lynn? Why'd you draw Lynn?
I don't know, she's kind of cute though.
And she's named Lynn.
Listen, I had valid motives. I had completely valid motives.
Right.
For breaking my rules. No, so the reason I drew Lynn actually is because I drew a piece with Ace Attorney Athena.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, and then like also Lynn.
This. Yeah.
Because they look very similar actually. They have the same vibe to them. Also, Confox, hello. How's it going?
You should draw the two missiles.
Oh yeah, they're just the same. They're the same freaking dog. There's like no difference.
Yeah. Well, no, isn't one like one's a Pomeranian and one's a Shiba? Like.
Oh.
I think the real life dog is a Pomeranian, like he appears in Ghost Trick.
I would have no idea. I think I am knowledgeable
one's a
about.
Tall dog and one's a small dog, basically.
I see. I am knowledgeable about many topics. Dogs are unfortunately not one of them, despite many people laboring to educate me otherwise. I will learn someday.
I'm not very educated on dogs either, but I know the difference between a Pomeranian and a Shiba.
I feel like one is fluffier than the other or something like that.
Pomeranians are fluffy, yes.
Oh, okay. Nice. I may have guessed the other one was fluffier, but it's okay.
The Shiba?
Yeah, aren't they like fluffy?
Well,
No?
they are. The Shiba is the dog in the Doge meme. They're like kind of tall and like kind of short-haired, but like not like a wolfy dog.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Doge basically.
Yeah, I have various knowledges on various topics, and memes is one of them, or the topic of memes is one of them.
So there you go.
So there
I
you
can
go.
educate you that way. It's Doge.
Yeah, Missile's a good dog. Missile's a good dog. I like Missile. Missile is actually somewhat relevant to the case. In, well, actually pretty relevant in Ghost Trick, but somewhat relevant in Ace Attorney.
Is there anything you can draw from games you are looking forward to stream with I2? So I was thinking, because I didn't know how much time I2 would have with me exactly, but it turns out we have about 2 weeks.
Okay.
I was thinking about playing like a one-off game, like keep talking and nobody explodes, like that kind of stuff, or maybe even Towerfall, because we play a lot of Towerfall.
Oh yeah, why not Towerfall? That's right.
But we beat all of Towerfall, like on hardcore mode too. So like that's something we took time to do. Like the only achievement we have left in Towerfall is to get all golden skulls, which is hardcore without dying a single time. And that would probably be a much longer endeavor than a much longer, much more boring endeavor with many restarts.
Right. That is fair. That's not like a stream thing, I agree.
Yeah, exactly. But I was also thinking about playing Cuphead with I2.
Oh yeah, that too.
It's like a relatively short game and is.
I don't think Cuphead is a 2-week thing
experience. Though. What do you mean?
Isn't it? That seemed like it was much longer than that, no?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Cuphead is like a 10-hour game, isn't it?
Really? It's only 10 hours? What the heck? I did not expect that.
I think so.
I wouldn't know, so don't take my word for it.
I might be wrong, too. Like a 10-hour, 12-hour game.
Yeah. If the internet says so.
Understandable to cancel a stream to hang out with I2. Yeah, but, well, actually, I2 was considering joining for this stream, but,
oh, yeah.
She got called away, so unfortunately not here.
Sad.
But yeah, I'll be doing a lot of hanging out with I2. But also, what makes it a little bit awkward is I'm probably gonna go on a business trip soon, and yeah, I'm gonna be away from the area and away from my computer. I'll probably like bring my work computer, but I'm obviously not allowed to stream from that, so it's a little bit awkward. I'll put updates in the chats, but I'll probably end up rescheduling or canceling some streams. That's just how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like the next 2 weeks are gonna be rather busy for us all.
This is true.
Such is the way.
Yeah.
And at just the most convenient time too. I hate to leave Fire Emblem at this specific moment because I've already complained to Dust about the chapter we just played, but holy shit, that was hard. And I'm not even done yet. I'm like halfway through and I don't even think I'll finish, so. Oh gosh, we'll have to find out. I have some ideas for potential more methods to cheese, so we'll think about that. Think about that.
Cheese methods.
Oh yeah, no, this is... I will have to pull out all the stops. Oh gosh. I can't believe they don't let you go back to the main, like, camp after this one, where you can kind of prep and, like, download new skills onto people and stuff. Because, I feel like I probably would need that if I wanted to have a chance of winning. But nope. I've signed myself up for this. I'm gonna do my best.
You keep signing up for suffering.
I do indeed. I do indeed. At least it is fun. That's kind of nice.
Oh, wait,
you just returned to work.
that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. How is work going for you? I think I have heard of your attempts to become Blob. Is it working? Was it working? Did you get rest? And also, I have to ask both of you. Well, hold on. I have to ask, how was Ghost Trick for Aaron? Because I think I asked and you said it was great, but then I didn't get any longer because we were playing something else. And then I also have to ask.
Ghost Trick is great.
No, I've heard so many good things about it, and I played the first bit and it was great. Like, don't get me wrong. It's just I literally have not had time to go back because right after I started, they announced like 4 separate games from studios that I must play next. So now I'm finally reaching the end of those with Fire Emblem Engage, and then I will go back. Then I will be able to go back. But yeah, no wait, Dust, also how is Zero Escape?
I've only gotten through like the first couple hours of it, and then actually there was a power outage, and then I lost all my progress, and then I had to speedrun from the beginning to get to where I was.
Oh no.
But it's very intriguing. It is more puzzle focused and like less, I guess it's more puzzly than I thought, which I am down with. Like, it's called Zero Escape for a reason. It's just a bunch of escape rooms.
Yeah, okay, that's kind of what I thought it was, right? Like escape rooms tied together with the story, sort of?
Yeah. It's like escape rooms, but it's like actually you have to do it or else you die, like that kind of shit.
Forced escape rooms, nice.
Alright, I also, guys, I forgot that I had this drawing completely, so I'm just gonna finish this. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, which one?
Of Dr. Eggman and Sage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that the one from last week, or is that a different one?
It's from last week.
Oh, nice.
All I have to do is some background stuff, pretty much.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, Zero Escape is very intriguing, and I have like very little experience with you know,
puzzle type things.
That and like visual novel type things and like interactive fiction kind of storytelling. So it's gonna be interesting for sure. Because like for a long time I just focused on like mechanical games, you know?
That's true. I mean, you've played Ghost Trick.
Well, that was in my own time, though.
Oh, okay, fair enough. You mean like on stream, yeah. Yeah. That is fair, actually. I guess I haven't played a visual novel on stream except for those 2 Ghost Trick streams back at the beginning.
Does Eggman need boot zippers? That's a great point. I do think he has those, but
boot
I'm gonna
zippers?
have to look that up.
Zippers on his boots?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. I guess
Because in the classic version he doesn't, but in the modern version I'm pretty sure he does. Yep, he does. You're right.
They changed. They changed one thing about Eggman's design, and it's the zippers on his boots.
Oh no, they changed a lot of things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. They're like, guys, we're renovating his look, and then it's just one small, tiny change. I'd love that. That'd be great. Like a spot the difference type of thing.
Between classic Eggman and modern Eggman.
Yeah, and it's just the boot zippers.
I gotta say, like, whoever designed Dr. Eggman's, like, clothing did a great job with it.
Why?
It's just
I can't
very
really
unique.
remember. Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, it's unique and it fits his design without being intrusive. It's like it's very characteristic of him in a really subtle way. Also, sorry guys, my bird is climbing on my mic. I don't know if you can hear it, but yeah.
I cannot hear it, so I don't think people on my side can.
All right, he's climbing on the pop filter, so.
Oh. Burb wishes to speak. Let the burb speak.
He's speaking a little bit.
What does Burb say?
But also, nowadays, whenever I try to look up Dr. Eggman references, I get a bunch of pictures of Jim Carrey.
Oh, true. Don't you hate it when they live action your favorite characters? Although I wouldn't say...
Carrey did a great job, but like he was a funny movie, like a funny cartoon movie villain, but he was not Dr. Eggman, you know? Like just
that
like
is
Sonic
fair.
the Hedgehog in the movie wasn't really Sonic.
That is entirely fair, yeah. Good point. I have to say, on that front, I'm kind of glad that they did alright with Mario. He was pretty Mario-ish. They made him hate mushrooms, though, which is my main complaint. Like, they really didn't need to do that. Like, that was a minor gag that just did not need to exist.
Right, yeah.
Like, if you're gonna go ahead and make a hero of the Mushroom Kingdom, okay, you can't have him start off hating the thing that he's supposed to be saving the entire time, so... Ugh. But whatever, fine.
Okay. Mini Dust tutorial. This is how to do...
Eggman.
How to do Eggman, yeah. By the way, if you haven't listened to, I forgot the title of this song.
Oh. Is it by Crush 40?
No.
Damn it. Also, 9 out of 10. It would be 10 out of 10 if it had voice acting. Okay, damn, wow, nice. That's a good rating for Ghost Trick. I'm really looking forward to playing it. I wish I could. I wish I really could. I gotta find myself some free time. I may not play it on stream, but I will definitely play it because, first of all, I'm such an Ace Attorney fan, and and like I have to play anything associated with Ace Attorney at this point. And second, it seems like such a nice game. I really enjoyed the concept. Love the whole turning back time thing. That is my main thing. And they've done it so well.
The title of the song is just Eggman, but like egg
What?
and man.
Oh.
And it's by Big Bad Bosses, which I think is a bunch of gamer YouTubers. And it's great. I love this song. And the music video is hilariously bad.
Okay. Well, now I am curious. Is it about eggs? Is it about men?
It is, in fact, about eggs and about how, unlike Mario, Dr. Eggman loves the thing that he is most known for.
Oh, that's funny.
And he makes a bunch of like egg dishes in a weird cooking show environment and these things.
What? Okay.
It's great. It's hilariously bad, and the song is actually really good. Like the music video is so bad compared to the quality of the music. I think it's intentional.
Oh,
and also I think Bowser and Ganondorf are also there.
Wait. What? Okay then.
This is a band that's made up of 4 gamer YouTubers who take the roles of Bowser, Dr. Eggman, Ganon, and Sephiroth.
Oh, Sephiroth.
Yeah,
okay.
So, yeah.
Hilarious. Actually, on that front, have you? I don't think Eggman is in this one, unfortunately, because it's about Nintendo. But have you heard the song "Ode to Minions"?
Yes. Wait. Hold on. I must know this.
Have we talked about this? It's by Brawl in the Family's creator. Brawl in the Family being a Smash comic from like ages ago.
I think actually maybe you've told me about this.
I might have told you about this like years ago.
It sounds familiar, yeah.
Yeah. It's called Ode to Minions, and it's a song about like about like the small minions that get crushed by the heroes along the way, and how they have jobs and they work 9 to 5s, and how are they going to tell their best friend's mother that their son is dead, you know? And it's kind of good. It's really good. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of it. There's a whole bunch of Brawl in the Family parodies that I think are just really funny. He's also the guy who did the Waluigi Christmas song. These are like old internet things though. These are from like, I don't know, a decade ago or some shit. Like, it's probably pretty old.
That was the golden age of the internet.
Back in the day.
In my day.
Yeah. When the internet was young. Actually, I guess not really. When the internet was old, but less so. Go ahead.
This is Dust's tutorial on how to do grassy fields in front of a blue sky, which a lot of people have trouble adding depth to. What you do is you draw the blue sky, and then basically you paint the whole thing blue, or you paint the sky blue. And then you use the fact that as things fade into the distance when there is a blue sky, they get less saturated and colder in color. You basically layer your greens to be progressively colder the further away it is from, you know, where you would presumably be standing. So choose like a bright base grass color, and then just like fade it out into the green of the background. Yeah, it's like a pretty standard thing to do, but I feel like a lot of people do not. A lot of people have trouble adding. Oh my god, Tori. Oh god, don't mess with my hue slider.
Bird wants hotter backgrounds. Bird says no cold, only pain.
This is how you layer grass and make it look 3D. And also, put some grass in the foreground. Foreground plants.
Foreground plants! Oh man.
Hashtag foreground plants.
It has been such a long time since we've spoken of foreground plants.
Also, layer the sky. Hashtag layered sky.
Layered sky?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you tend to draw without blending things. Like as in you draw the non-blendy way. This is fair. Whereas I would normally take the easy route and just blend the sky.
I mean, it's not necessarily like an easier or a harder route, it's just whichever style you prefer. I do prefer my, my kind of blocky, whatchamacallit.
Yeah. That is fair.
Basically, my entire landscape is made out of polygons.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't do that sort of shit. I was like, ah, frick, I gotta draw a background. Alright, either I'm stealing it from someplace else or I'm gonna do it in like the most vaguest shapes you've ever seen and like outline it as much as I can.
then draw some shadowy mountains in the background. They can be like a shade of gray or purple. That usually works out. Do it behind the grass layer, and then suddenly you have depth in your drawing. Wow!
Depth? In my drawing? It's more likely than you'd think. Let's go.
Ta-da! Now there's suddenly a lot of depth. Look at that. Ain't that cool?
I should start drawing backgrounds more often, to be honest. I think the one I did recently with Anna from Fire Emblem is probably the first time I've done backgrounds in like a while. And I didn't even do the background there. I like kind of, I looked at a background from Fire Emblem and I'm like, I guess I'm using this because this is where Anna was literally going to be standing. Backgrounds are hard and I choose no. Demon Lord Raiju, that's a cool name. Hello. And welcome.
Oh, also, I forgot to put Lynn on the screen.
Oh, how dare you. I did the same. Let me add you. Hold on. Frick. Which of us can add the other first? There we go. Let's go. Now you can see dust.
Once you have layers of grass, you just start detailing. Put like blades of grass on the layers. Blend them a little bit, because you don't want it to look too unnatural and not quite blending into each other. Draw some shadows, draw some highlights.
Always draw shadows.
But you're gonna keep these basic shapes. And then
smudge them all to hide your mistakes. That's what I do.
No, never smudge. No,
yes.
Do not smudge.
Yes.
Do not smudge.
Blend everything.
Don't smudge.
Blend every last one of them.
Your lines are perfect the weird blocky way they are.
Fair enough. Listen. You returned with food. Oh, what did you get? What'd you get? Is it something good?
Sequel to foreground plants, foreground landscape.
Foreground landscapes?
This
How can you put the landscape in front of
have
something? Okay, I'm looking up a reference image right now.
Stuff to hide.
I looked up Tears of the Kingdom Zelda and all I'm getting is Breath of the Wild Zelda. Like, this does not help me. Please. I know, she's the same person, but give me more. Oh, there we go.
I was gonna say, aren't they the same?
I mean, they're the same person, but there's 3 separate outfits, right? There's the one from early game. Actually, there's 4 separate outfits. There's the white dress from Breath of the Wild. There's the blue sciencey outfit from Breath of the Wild. There's the same blue sciencey outfit, but now she has short hair and it's slightly different. And then there's the new green-white dress. Oh, hey! My artwork shows up when I look it up on Google. Damn.
What?
Nice.
Dude, you've made it.
That's not a good thing, because I feel like Google's like continuously gives bad results in terms of artwork here. Like, it always gives you the most accurate result, which is not good when you're looking for highest quality artwork shit. Oh no. What does this mean in terms of my artwork? Still none of these are pictures of Zelda's dress, god damn it. The extra large outfit, which one is that? Now I don't remember. Work surprised how few of your tasks that went out to other people when you left actually got any progress on them at all. Oh no. See, that's both a good thing and a bad thing. I've scrolled to the second page. And there still aren't any. Oh my god. Please.
If you're on the second page, you might as well give up. Like...
Okay, TotK Zelda outfit. How about that? Is that gonna help? God damn it.
I find it sometimes helpful to look up like concept designs or
okay, yeah, that's a good one. Concept
yeah, official stuff released by the developers.
Concept art. Nope. This is actually fan concept art. So official concert art. Concert art. Let's go. Google has been giving you pages and pages of AI written articles lately, and you hate it. Oh wow. Wait, I haven't gotten any of those.
AI written articles.
AI written articles? Heckin' terrible.
Articles written by Lynn?
Yeah, it's me all the time.
Yeah.
I've been writing them.
Art drawn by Lynn and articles written by Lynn. What is happening?
Silly dust. I'm no longer AI. I've graduated.
No, she has gained sentience.
That
happened ages ago.
See, this is funny because when I came up with my whole backstory, AI art didn't exist in the way that it does today. This is so weird.
What do you mean when you came up with your backstory? You mean when you began to exist
as
a human being?
Exactly. Many, many years ago.
Yes.
I mean, isn't that what we all do? We go through life coming up with our backstories.
Ah, I see. So you were coming up with your backstory by experiencing it.
That's the way it happens. Type Zelda Tears of the Kingdom dress. Okay, I'm doing it. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom dress. Okay, see, this is nice, but there's no shots of her from, like, downwards. It's just the top half of the Zelda, and I need to know the rest. Give me...
look up game screenshots of Zelda.
It's in the game, I know this, I've seen it. Game screenshots? No, that sounds like extra effort. Oh, god damn it.
So, when you're coloring Sky... Or actually, no. Just generally, pay attention to the textures that you use, because they add a ton of character to these weird polygons that you definitely don't blend.
Blend all of them.
So for Sky, I usually like to do cloudy, kind of round patterns to blend everything. And for grass, obviously, I'm doing grass texturing. That. Useful art tips with dust.
Yay. Okay, I'm going back, frick it. I'm just gonna do the top half one and extrapolate. I don't care. I vaguely remember what the rest of her dress looks like. I've drawn this before. I have drawn this before. God damn it.
How did you find it the first time?
I don't know, it's not there anymore. What the frick? Actually, I might have just straight up pulled it from the game, because you can open up Zelda's profile page in the game and there's like a full screenshot of it. It's just not showing up on Google for some reason.
Well, why don't you do that now?
Because I would have to open up the game and I'm lazy. Like, I already have Fire Emblem loaded in and I was halfway through a level, so I'd have to like go back and... that would take time. You know who might have concept art around? I don't, unfortunately. Who does? Yeah, I know, I can only find half bodies. It's weird because I know the full art exists. I have not only used it before, I have also looked it up in game. Like in the game, it's there. It's a screenshot.
And then just slowly add the details. Just a scoop of details. Just
a scoop
full of detail. Yeah.
A spoonful of details?
Makes the medicine go down, yeah.
Oh yeah. What is that, Mary Poppins?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been ages.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
I remember the parodies of that song better than I do the original. Only official art you can find is her in the blue outfit. In the original game, like in the actual game, if you open up Zelda's like profile page, it shows her in the blue outfit, but then like there's a ghost form of her in the green outfit in the background. And that's what I used. It's strange, but I have not been able to find it again, so I guess we're just gonna go with this. Okay. And I am also changing some things, because I'm attempting to mix these a little bit. So it's fine. Oh, you got it! Hey! Alright. Send link.
Oh.
You are hereby allowed to post link.
Soliciting the help of viewers, I see.
Yeah, the ages-old internet meme from like, I don't know, 20 years ago or some shit. Like, the old days was there's like a picture of Princess Zelda, like from Ocarina of Time, going like, help! And then, and then someone like right-clicks and send link. Okay, really you linked to the Google page, which I don't think links to the actual. Okay, you know what? I'm scrolling. I'll find it. Okay. I will find it.
Then listen up, because Aaron has a not so fun fact.
Oh no.
I love unfun facts.
What is it then?
He just shed one of his cut feathers. He's gonna grow it back, and he's gonna fly even better. Whoops.
Yay! Oh, I found it! As in, Marshall found it, but I found the thing that Marshall sent. Yay! Click. That's the one! Oh wait, there's also an image of her shoes. I know this because I have looked at her shoes before, but this is fine. I remember the shoes. This is good. Sent another one in Discord. Heck yeah. Okay, I'll use this one for now. This is good enough. Thank you. Appreciate. It has the shoes. See, the fun fact about the shoes is that I actually thought both shoes were one shoe, and it was just a really long shoe. But this is apparently not the case. Also, you'll notice I am changing some things. and that is going to happen. This is, in part, an attempt to combine the designs of both Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild Zelda. So you'll be seeing a few things.
Did you know that in the official art book for TOTK, there is no concept art for Founding Era Zelda outfit, and only the outfit she wears in the prologue?
Oh. Huh.
I didn't know.
Why would they? You have the art book, Aaron? Like, I'm now, like, halfway after hearing that fact, I was like, wait, hold on. How would Aaron know that? Then again, if I expected anybody to have the art book, I suppose it would be you. Devil Fox, hello, how's it going? I hope it's going well.
Hello.
Is this Link? Yeah, this is Link. This is Link, Princess of Hyrule. I've actually seen so many gender-bent Links. There's a canon gender-bent Link, by the way. Linkle exists. There is no canon gender-bent Zelda. They should do it. I guess the closest we're gonna get.
There is a canon cross-dressing Zelda, so.
Is there?
Isn't there?
No, well, not Zelda. Like, Link cross-dresses all the time, but Zelda doesn't. Unless you count Sheik. Actually, yeah, I guess you could count Sheik. Yeah, fair enough.
Well, yeah, isn't Sheik masculine presenting?
Yeah, oh, I just counted them as, like, less cross-dressing and, like, straight up, like, trans or something. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
I don't know what the difference is. As in, like, there is a difference, but I don't know to what degree people would like to headcanon their Sheiks. So, I'm gonna go for that. Not yet. Yeah, fair. I guess technically Sheik counts. Sheik counts. Sheik counts for sure. Have seen some gender-bent Link cosplays before. That's awesome. Yeah. No, gender-bent Link is canon in multiple games. The main ones are Triforce Heroes and obviously Breath of the Wild. We all remember dressing up as girl. Same place. Okay, I'm gonna take that look out. Thank you. Appreciate. I will indeed check it out. Stream is going well, by the way. Stream is going quite well. And I'm glad to know that it is going well for you too. I did a presentation today at work, actually.
A presentation?
A very short one. It's just a pitch for the hackathon project, so you know.
Ah.
Yeah, gotta make that pitch.
A pitch, you say?
A pitch. I worked on the slides late at night.
Of course you did.
As one does. Like, I went online and I'm like, okay, if there's anything left undone, I'll do it. And to my surprise, but not to my displeasure, like, it was fine that not a lot of it was done. Because I was like, aha, this is my chance to do all the things. So it was great, because, like, I procrastinated.
By yourself.
Well, no, like, I don't want to do the whole project by myself, but I want to look like I'm doing a lot of work, right? Like, that's how you should do these things. So I totally did all the slides, and it was great, because I procrastinated, but apparently the other person on my project procrastinated more, because by the time I got there at 3 a.m. yesterday, nothing was done. And they woke up today, and they're like, oh, someone did the slides, and I'm like, I did them, yeah.
Is this a thing with, like, software engineers? Because these past few days, I've basically been working in a team of, like, one mechanical engineer is me, one electrical engineer, and one software engineer. And, like, it's like crunch time, okay? We're all staying until, like, 2 a.m. And, like, one day we were literally, like, in the factory at 2 a.m. running tests and doing shit.
Okay.
And, like, fixing stuff. But we were so tired and we still had so much to do.
Oh no.
Like, the software girl was like, do you guys want to go home and I'll just stay here and keep doing this? And we were like, no, why would you want to do that? And she was like, I actually kind of prefer staying late.
Yeah, no, I mean, like,
so she ended up staying there until 4.
Oh. I will admit that I very much prefer doing things, like, late than I do doing things early. But this is unfortunate. I'm unfortunately in machine learning, which is the one software engineering field you cannot procrastinate in.
Like, you just have to wait for shit.
Yeah, yeah, so I have to do it on time, which sucks, because I want to procrastinate. Like, I very much prefer doing things right when they're due, but I can't, so I have to, like, actually do work. It's a hard knock life. Presenting the strats you used in the latest Zenilog chapter. Listen. Me looking at the giant wyvern in the north corner, and I'm like, it's fine, right? I can just wait one turn and the dragon should be okay, right? Like, I can lure them to attack the side, and they'll probably do that instead of attacking my undefended main character sitting in the center of the field. Heckin' terrible. Fell back to sleep so you didn't see what happened? Don't worry, there's more. Did I finish that chapter? No, but I didn't lose anyone yet. So I'm gonna... Oh my god, it was so hard. It was so freaking hard. I loved it. It was amazing. Yeah, I'm going back to it. I am going back. I'm not giving up yet, and I also have new ideas. I'm thinking, like, if I use Camilla and I just light the whole field on fire next to Nell, would that be 10 flat damage that Nell takes every turn? Or Nil takes every turn? Because, like, I could maybe do that, something like that. Or, like, I just realized when I was using Fell Spark on Nil that Tiki does half damage sometimes. So if or, like, half def damage. So if I put, like, Tiki on Nell, maybe I can get something to happen. This is what this is what I've been spending my time thinking of. Ways to do that chapter. But, like, man, it was so fun. Holy shit, I'm looking forward to going back to it. I've also, of course, been continuing work on my little Zelda project. I'm nearly done with my next bit of comic. Oh, okay, well, to be fair, I'm nearly done with planning my next bit of comic. And I've done, like, you know, like, in manga terms, they call it a name. I don't know what the English...
Oh, yeah.
Because my knowledge of comic comes from Bakuman. And from Comic Studio, of course.
Draft.
Draft?
Right?
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
We teach you that in comics.
Well, yeah, but like,
draft.
Is it just called a draft? There's no special name for like a comic draft or something? No?
Yeah, it's called scripting and drafting. It's drafting. It's
just
a term for rough. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, I have done my draft, and I need to now go over it and make sure that things make sense, and then I will go for it, and I will be able to line and color, and then I will be done with a new comic. Yeah.
And then you'll have to work on the next one.
And then I'll have to work on the next one. I've planned out like the next few arcs at least, so it's less of the planning out part. Well, actually, I recently, while I was drawing, I realized a solution. Like, I was drawing my characters, you know, doing a bunch of stuff, and they're thinking hard, you know, because these are the Zeldas. Like, they're wisdom people, so they don't jump headfirst into a fight. They plan. So, but they plan in like the badass ways, you know, like, like they're doing shit while they're planning, like they're killing people as they can. So like, I'm like, oh, okay, like this is one way in which this one character would like get to this one place. And then I drew it, and then I'm like, wait, why didn't they just do this other thing that's so much easier? And I had to like redo that entire 2 pages. And I'm like, all right, now which character gets the honor of proposing the theory that I proposed and having the others be like, oh, that's a good idea. It was a fun time, though. I'm enjoying doing this comic thing, but like, man, it takes so long. I have no idea how Dusk does a consistent... I don't know how you do consistent stuff.
I'm not consistent.
Oh, you're like more consistent than I am so far.
Oh god. You know, when I started releasing that comic, I did one... I was literally releasing like one, you know, because it was a vertical scrolling webcomic, so there's like a quote-unquote chapter, which is a pretty short segment of the comic, but like it's one long vertical strip basically. I was doing one of those per week. I don't know how, because I could not do that.
Yeah, you did one of them per week. Holy shit.
I was basically a full-time comic artist, which I should not have been.
Oh, fair enough, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess at that point you also kind of like, it was the main thing that you were interested in, you know, so.
That's true, and I think I was also like on break from college.
Yeah. You were chilling enough that it was okay.
Yeah, I had like I had to have like a schedule. It was like on Monday I release, let's say. So Monday morning I release, and then I take Monday off because damn, that was hard. And then Tuesday, Wednesday I script and draft basically. And then Thursday, Friday I line. Saturday, Sunday I do all the shading because it's monochromatic, and then I add all the effects. And then sometimes bleeding into Monday morning I'll do like speech bubbles and all the effects and stuff. I don't know, it was hard. Don't do it, guys. It's not it's too much of a commitment. You'll burn out really fast.
True, yeah. That's why I've been kind of just going at my own pace. Like, I don't wanna get anything, you know, mixed up with it. Like, I don't want to have the pressure on me and then feel like I have to release and then not want to draw anything.
Yeah, that's the worst thing that can happen to like a creative passion.
Yeah, for sure. And like the other thing I've been doing is just like in the middle of drawing the comic itself, I draw like little other side things with the characters, which is nice and kind of lets me like do like one-off drawings, etc., which is nice.
Do you release those also?
I do release those. I have like a little set of extras. Yeah, like there's not many of them. There's a few, but that's it. They're like little what-if scenarios, because I'm working with the Zelda franchise, so I have a lot more to go off of in terms of, like, I'm not creating my own characters, although I guess I kind of am, because all the Zeldas have the same personality, and I've given them different-ish ones. I've given them as different ones as I could. But yeah, so, like, you know, it's little fun things, like, how would the Wind Waker Zelda and the Minish Cap Zelda, who have both been turned to stone, how would they react to seeing a statue, for example? They'd be like, oh, that kind of sucks. I hope that's not like a real person. It's not? Okay, good. Phew, just a normal statue. Okay, good to know.
They just like seriously walk up to it and be like, I pity you.
Yeah. Like they obviously know, like they're smart enough. They know this is not like a real person. Like they've been told, you know. But like still, somehow, you know, a little bit of you thinks like maybe that is someone trapped in there. And I remember being in there and it really sucked. Good times. Also, yeah, using the Irika emblem ring for that Luna bracer. The problem is Luna only does like 20% defense, which if you do, that's like 5 extra damage, and I don't think it's enough to do any extra damage in general. Like, I don't think that's enough. I can try it though. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try everything. Also, request a random fact. Did you know that Galadriel from Lord of the Rings had about 15 cousins? Some of them were half cousins. 7 of them are half cousins, and about like 8 of them are like, wait, no, hold on. 7 half cousins, 4 cousins, and 4 siblings. How many is that? That's 15. Okay, let's go. So she has 15 siblings and cousins, and all of them are dead by the time of Lord of the Rings. Oh. Yay. In the Silmarillion, you get to watch all of them die, one by one. Actually, I guess one of them is technically still alive, although that's a technicality. There's your random fact. You expected a Zelda fact? It is me, Dio. Okay. I have drawn thing. I must now draw other things. Apparently, there's like a whole bunch of stuff on Zelda's outfit that are just attached by strings, which is kind of funny. I don't want to include the whole thing though, so where am I going to put this? Maybe I'll just move it like up here. And like kind of... Like I'm not trying to copy the exact outfit, I'm trying to move it so that it's a little more similar to this. Maybe I can do this sort of a thing. With like the seal of the Triforce or something on here. That'd be kind of cool.
Lynn experimenting as she goes is my favorite train of thought. Like, just like...
Hey, I actually drew like designs. Like I drew 3 separate ideas for how the cloak would mesh with the dress. And okay. So I'm gonna like use those, you know, maybe a little bit. Also make this smaller. Yeah, there. Maybe the royal family crest, wings and all. That's true. That's true. I am actually specifically trying to combine the kind of like blue dress Breath of the Wild-ish outfit, although it is used in Tears of the Kingdom, and this one. But yeah, you're right. I should toss the royal family crest on there somewhere. Here. I know what that looks like. I don't need to look up a reference. Actually, there's not enough space here for one if I wanted to make it big enough. Well, I'll do this first, and then we'll come back to that, because I think that's a good idea, but... This is such an impractical part of an outfit. How does Zelda walk around with this random shit just hanging from...
Don't question it, dude. You should have learned this by now.
Fair enough. Here, let's do the little mini spikes. Did you miss the random fact? You did. How could you, Devil Fox? No, I'm kidding. The random fact was that Galadriel has 15 people that are her cousins or siblings or half cousins, and all of them are dead by the time of Lord of the Rings. That was the random fact. Now you have learned a random fact. I have no clue who those people are. Galadriel is from Lord of the Rings. What? You should watch Lord of the Rings, Devil Fox. Lord of the Rings is great. I am a huge fan. Huge fan. Okay, I feel like if she's gonna have this thingy going, then she's gonna have more of it. But I want to put more designs from her original outfit in here too, though. Okay, well, I'll stick with this for now. Yeah. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I want to incorporate like the line type design in here, but I don't think this is the right place to do it. Yeah, okay, I'll just kind of go like this maybe, and then put like a few more random Zonai looking blocks in here, and then we'll be fine. Don't know if you're ever gonna get around to watching Lord of the Rings. Ah, come on, you should give it a watch. It's so good. But that's fair. Watch the things you like, folks. Told yourself after you finished Star Wars Jedi Survivor that you'll watch the entire Star Wars series, and you've yet to start, and that was about 3 months ago. That's amazing. I have watched some of the Star Warses, but not enough of the Star Warses that I would consider myself like a huge fan or anything. Like, I think I would be pretty behind if you quizzed me on Star Wars. I barely remember anything that I've seen, and I haven't seen much.
Greetings, GOTWD. Hello. I have been bongoed by head.
GOTWD?
Yeah.
Game of the weekday.
What? No. Geo as in J-I-O.
Oh, never mind.
In lowercase, and then TWD.
Aw. No, I'm kidding. That's a great name. Although I don't know what it is. Now I'm curious.
It's obviously torque wrench derivative.
What?
I don't know why my mind immediately went to torque wrench, but like, I really needed one today.
It's time for an intervention. You need to get off the mechanical engineering.
Look, I forgot to bring my tool back, and it was just like...
Oh.
Yeah.
That's sad. The only Jedi you know is Cal... Who is that? What? Is that a real Jedi? Someone who knows the Star Wars series? Someone who knows the Star Wars series. See, I would believe anything is a Jedi at this point. I think there's enough random-ass Jedi names in the series that, like... It's the same thing with Lord of the Rings, too, honestly. Like, someone did a quiz where it was like, is this name an elf from Lord of the Rings, or is this, like, a random medicine? And it's... like, I know all the answers, but only because I happen to know who the elves are. Like, I don't think I would... I think it would be difficult if I didn't know enough of them.
Oh, wait, Geo knows Star Wars. Okay, what was
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, is C-A-L space K-E-S-T-I-S. Is that the name of a Jedi? Cal Kestis.
Kestis. Is it Geo?
I know one Jedi. Luke Skywalker. Is he a Jedi? Shit, maybe he's not. Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's a Jedi. That's definitely a Jedi. I promise I've watched one of the movies. Here is a random fact for you. You watched my stream for a total of 34 hours last month. Yo! Heck yeah!
Oh.
I appreciate it. I do love having y'all people around. Thank you so much. He's a real Jedi. He's an original canon character from EA's latest hit game Star Wars The Fallen Order and Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Okay, I believe that.
Yeah, Geo does confirm that Cal Kestis is a real Jedi.
Nice. I like that name. Very cool. Fun name.
It is a cool name.
Cal, like California? It's a Jedi from California. Easy. I figured it out. I don't know what Kestis is, though. Yeah, the only thing I know about Star Wars is the memes. Which is, to be fair, this is weird, because I'm a huge science fiction fan, but the thing ends up being that I read a lot of science fiction, and then I, like, watch and play a lot of fantasy. Like, I think my video games are mostly fantasy, and my books are mostly sci-fi. And I don't know why that split ever happened, but this is kind of why I don't really play, like, I haven't played XCOM, for example, despite that being a sci-fi tactics game. And I haven't watched too much of Star Wars, because it's more of a sci-fi thing. Yeah, I wonder why.
And Geo also confirms that Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi are Jedis. Yes.
Let's go! My knowledge is superb. Yeah, quiz me on LOTR any day, but quiz me on Star Wars, I'm gonna get nothing. By the way, the random fact redeem, you can ask for a category. You can specify the category, and I will be forced to give you a fact from that category. Also, the accuracy is not guaranteed. Yeah, the accuracy is not guaranteed. Did you know that... I'll make something up and I bet it'll be true. Did you know that Sonic once destroyed the moon? Did he?
Dr. Eggman did.
Okay, that's close enough.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Come on, every series have gotta have
someone destroy the... Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Like, why you gotta hate the moon so much? Like,
that's true.
What was it doing to you, you know?
I mean, in Breath of the Wild, it brings back all the enemies, but it also brings back every piece of wildlife and plant life and stuff. All the flora and fauna comes back to life. So I feel like the moon should get some credit. Also, neither of those things is technically the moon. It's, you know, other people who are doing those. I mean, the moon, like, nearly kills Link a bunch of times, too. Like, you know, in Majora's Mask and stuff. So I guess we've got that going for us. We've got some moon murders.
That moon is creepy and has a face.
That's true.
Face moon.
I actually don't remember anymore if the moon always had a face or if it just started having a face. I feel like it may have always had a face in that specific country. In the land of Termina. They're just stuck with a moon that's got a face.
Man, imagine if that was real.
If that moon was real? I feel like if it was, we'd be used to it. We'd be like, oh yeah, sounds like a normal moon to me. And then we'd see a moon that doesn't have a face, we'd be like, what?
Lynn, Geo has a Lord of the Rings question for you.
Oh sweet, let's see if I might know it, I might not know it, let's find out.
I mean, she is the biggest Lord of the Rings fan I know, so...
Yeah, it's possible.
Not that I know too many, but...
Yeah. Well, what's the question?
I am waiting.
I will wait with bated breath. Or as someone from Harry Potter would say, I did my waiting, 12 years of it, in Azkaban. Does he say that in the books? I actually don't remember. It'd be kind of funny if he did.
Good question. Guess who hasn't read or watched Harry Potter?
Oh wait, yeah, I forgot.
Me.
At this point, it's just so ubiquitous, or omnipresent, shall we say.
I don't know why.
Eh?
Something about it was like... I think the first thing, like, the first reason I could give on, like, why I didn't ever finish or, like, get deep into Harry Potter was... I don't like Chosen One plots, and it's very much a Chosen One plot, so...
To be fair, I guess it is a Chosen One plot. It is a little bit subverted because, like, it's not like he was a Chosen One, it's just that theoretically it's like a giant revenge plot kind of thing.
Well, yeah.
Like, but yeah, no, you've got a point. It is very much still a Chosen One plot.
As in, like...
Like, it's not like he was selected by destiny.
You can never... Yeah.
Yeah. Hasn't watched Harry Potter's, yikes. Chat disagrees with your choice, Dust, yeah.
Okay, the movies actually look very good, especially for their time.
I've watched the third movie of Harry Potter so many times, because that was one of the few movies I had as a kid. So we just watched the third movie over and over and over again.
Which one's the third movie? Is it?
It's Prisoner of Azkaban.
It's Azkaban. Okay.
Yep. Order of the Phoenix is number 5. So
it's
actually,
5?
yep,
Okay.
yep. I used to be a
It's
huge.
5?
Yeah, there's 7 of them total. Yeah, it makes sense. Well, there's 8 movies total. I used to be a huge Harry Potter fan before I was a Lord of the Rings fan, and then I dropped Harry Potter for Lord of the Rings, to be honest. But I still remember a lot of my. I remember a lot of my stuff.
Different kinds of fantasy.
Yeah, I guess they are. Yeah, it's like kind of a modern fantasy versus a non-modern fantasy. They're both like soft fantasy though.
High versus low.
Oh, true. Yeah, high fantasy versus. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Time to re-roll dust. This time the dust will have Harry Potter knowledge. Easy.
Geo says, in what year did Sauron return to Dol
Guldur
after hiding?
Okay, you can't ask me about years. I don't remember the exact years. That's fair, that's fair. It would have been about like 60-ish, 100-ish years before the events of Lord of the Rings, right? If he's going back to Dol Guldur. This was around the events of like, this is the stuff they put in the Hobbit movie that they like probably shouldn't have. But it was good and I liked seeing it. Also, they started doing this weird thing between Galadriel and Gandalf that I'm kind of not a fan of. Like, Galadriel is married. Gandalf is a god. This is unnecessary. There you go.
The only Lord of the Rings I have read is The Hobbit.
I do like The Hobbit. It's a very different book than Lord of the Rings. Just like The Silmarillion is a very different book than Lord of the Rings as well. The Silmarillion is a history book. The Hobbit is a kid's story, and The Lord of the Rings is, it's a fantasy novel. I think all of them have their times. I am more of a Silmarillion fan, to be honest, than I am a Lord of the Rings fan.
True. You like them dry facts.
I like them dry facts, but they're also really, really angst-heavy, and they're very cool and murderous, and there's interesting characters.
You like your angsty saltines.
I guess not necessarily angst, but what I do like is like, I like not really morally gray characters either. I like morally, like, good moral characters who are forced to do bad things by, like, either some, like, circumstance or something like that. And that's just an interesting little thing that I love seeing in fiction. And Silmarillion does that, so does that pretty well. A lot of people give Lord of the Rings like, oh, it's such a simple story. Like, there's a very clear good and a very clear bad. Like, bruh, if you had seen the fanfic that J.R.R. Tolkien wrote back in the day. Like, he straight up wrote his own fanfic for his own stuff.
I mean, that's how you write. You're
how you write.
Fan, and you just keep expanding on universes until you suddenly have a universe made out of fanfics.
Exactly. But yeah, that stuff gets pretty dark. All the stuff people say like, oh, Game of Thrones is so cool because there's like murders and people sneaking up on other people and incest, although I don't know why anyone would watch it particularly because it has incest, but it does have it. Yeah, you can find all that stuff and more in the Silmarillion.
Oh, you know why.
Oh, yeah, I do know why. I don't know why anyone would do that. Brought Hogwarts Legacy to live out your fantasy of being a wizard. Oh, yeah, I heard good things about that game. I also heard some bad things about that game, to be honest, but not very many of them. It was mostly a good game.
Good things about the game and like controversial things about the like things around the game. But,
yeah, I actually
that's always been there.
I recently visited a museum in which I saw some stuff related to Harry Potter, and they had a notice on there, like a giant notice that said, despite the fact that we are including stuff about, like, Harry Potter in here, we do not support what I was gonna say Tolkien, what's her name? J.K. Rowling. Yeah, that's her name. Yeah, we do not support the stuff that J.K. Rowling has been saying. And I was like, that's really great. I'm glad they're going out of their way to clarify. Like, in a straight-up museum, too. Amazing. Maybe in the future you'll cosplay a wizard and shout Avada Kedavra. Just make sure you don't murder someone. I hear attorneys are hard to find these days. Hashtag ace attorney.
That's when you discover your latent magic powers and you get a letter from Hogwarts.
That's when you discover your latent lawyer powers and you have to defend yourself in court against first-degree murder.
Or that, yeah, depends on which universe you're in.
Like, if this was an Ace Attorney game, here's what would happen. You would cosplay as a wizard, walk into the street, shout Avada Kedavra, and then someone would conveniently drop dead in front of you, and you'd be charged and you'd be charged with murder. And, like, it would turn out that it's some convoluted scheme by some, like, mafia boss from, like, 15 years ago that they'd been putting into motion very slowly. And over the course of, like, 4 separate, seemingly unrelated murders, you would discover that truly all of it was planned, and you were but a pawn in a larger scheme. Good times. Hey, Dust, you should play Ace Attorney.
Hey, honestly, it's on sale on Steam right now.
Oh,
so...
is it? Oh.
Wait, what was the one that you recommend as like a first game?
Oh yeah, I mean,
like, kind of independent.
Yeah. So there's the way that Ace Attorney works is there's like so there's 3 first game trilogies. Like there's 3 about Phoenix Wright, and then there's 3 that are technically about his like successor, I guess. And then there's these 2 games called The Great Ace Attorney, that are about like Phoenix Wright's ancestor, and they're a standalone. Like you don't have to know anything about Phoenix Wright. The characters don't know anything about Phoenix Wright because he happens in their far future. But I really like those, and I think Orange does too. If we've talked about our friend Orange before.
I mean, yeah, that would make sense. Orange is also a huge Ace Attorney fan.
Yeah, Orange and I have spoken about our love for this specific game, I think, or this specific 2 games, because they are both connected. It's like one larger story that takes place over the course of like 8 murders, I guess. I mean, some of them are unrelated. Some of them are fillers. Yeah, it's really good. I love what they did. It's also for the Switch, I guess, but I don't know if you have access to a Switch.
I have Steam.
Okay, it's on Steam, I think. It'll be there. It shall be there.
Geo says the answer to the question was 2460 of the Third Age. So
yeah, that makes
around
sense.
550 years before Lord of the Rings.
500? What? He was there that early? But that makes sense, yeah. If we're going by terms of like Third Age, I would have expected somewhere in the 2000s of the Third Age. But yeah, I was off by like multiple centuries, so good point.
And they also say, let me give you an easier question. Suddenly it's Lynn trivia time.
Oh, nice. I love Lynn trivia time.
What's the other name of Dol Guldur?
Stop asking me about places.
Yeah, ask Lynn about the people.
I know everything about the people.
She knows,
yeah. It's gotta be one of the freaking... let me take a guess. It's gonna be wrong, but I'm gonna take a guess. Let's see. It's not one of the hills. So it's not gonna be like the Amon somethings, is it? No, there's no way. Is it one of the towers? Was Dol Guldur one of the like black tower or something? Alright, nah. Actually, you can give me a hint or you can just give me the answer, that's fine. I'll take either one.
Hint or answer.
Yeah.
For 3,000.
For 3,000.
Okay, I see the answer, but I will translate it into a hint.
Oh, interesting. You can also just give it to me.
It starts with an A.
It is one of the Amon Hen or something? Ugh, that's not it.
That sounds kind of like it.
Is the first word Amon?
Yes.
What? No, there's no way it's one of the hills. What? Okay, fine. I disregarded that immediately. Ugh, okay, I'm not gonna remember which hill it is either. Yeah, I don't know. You can tell me.
It is Amon Lang.
Wait, I don't what?
Lanc.
Oh. That's not one of the words I know in Elvish. I don't know what that is. Yeah. Interesting. That's fun. Man, I love trivia time.
I don't know what subject I could like answer trivia about. That's
yeah?
something I kind of think about. Is like if I were to answer, like if I were to choose a trivia subject, what would it be? Like I don't have like a depth of basically useless knowledge about a basically useless subject that I just study out of interest or anything like that.
I have so many of them. Yeah, I think for me the thing I love about trivia is either I answer it right and then I'm like, yeah, that reminded me of a fun thing that I knew, or I learned something new, which I just did. Nice. I love that. Yeah, I'm the sort of person, if if Gio is now wondering, like, I'm the sort of person who can, like, list out the entire Feanorian family tree from, like, the Silmarillion and stuff like that, but characters are the thing that I like. And I will still probably miss, like, a bunch of the Lord of the Rings characters. There's a lot of them. I'll get, like, most of them maybe, but yeah. Silmarillion characters I'll probably get more of.
Lank means naked, so it's Naked Hill.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. I know enough Elvish, like a little bit, like a tiny bit of it, to kind of understand some of the place names and such. So that's pretty fun. I didn't think Dol Guldur would have been one of the hills. Huh. I never imagined it as a hill. I always imagined it as something very different. So I immediately disregarded that. Huh. My imagination at fault.
Imagination. Also, I'm kind of done with this drawing.
Yay.
I don't know what else to do, so I'm just gonna sit here and yammer.
That's fair. I'm gonna color this, I think.
Give me a trivia question about what you think I know.
Okay.
Much about.
But I don't think I know anything about the stuff that you know about.
This is true.
Yeah.
I was gonna say. You're probably gonna ask me about either Sonic the Hedgehog or something mechanical engineering related.
Yeah. Like, I mean... Yeah, you probably could answer trivia questions about Sonic the Hedgehog, couldn't you?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Now I gotta look up Sonic the Hedgehog trivia.
I'm tempted to look up... Oh my gosh, there was this one Silmarillion themed puzzle that I did once.
Ooh,
and it's like one of these puzzles that like, it's a grid of like 5x5 grid, and all the squares are initially empty except for one. And that one gives you a clue as to like which other characters can see that square. So like, like the first square, like let's say the first square is like character X, like I don't know, for this was a Silmarillion base, but like for the case of people who would know Lord of the Rings, like the first square is like Legolas, and he's like all other members of the Fellowship can see me, or something like that. And so you needed to know both the background material, and you also needed to know like, you know, puzzle solving things. And it was super cool, except this one was with the Finwayan family tree, so like the ancient elf family tree. So it would be like, like all of the twins are within like this row, or like everyone who's in this row is dead by the third age, or like something like that. It was great. It was so fun. And then like some characters are also lying, by the way. So it'll tell you like one character will be like, everyone from this family always speaks the truth, or like, but then like somebody else will tell you that guy's lying, so you can't trust that information. You know what I mean? Like it's great. It was so fun.
Yeah. It's like combination logic puzzle and trivia.
Yeah, exactly. I specifically remember doing this puzzle, not just because the puzzle was so fun, but also because of the story around it. Because, so I was in my room, this was during college, I was in my room with some friends doing homework, and one of my friends was doing their homework on like one of these iPads, and this was before I had an iPad. So I was like, oh, so cool, iPad, it does stuff, and I would like borrow it every now and then to draw it, right? So after one of those times, I returned it to my friend, and my friend tries to unlock the iPad so that they can continue their homework, only to find that the iPad is locked and will not open. And this is not my fault, okay? As in, like, they had just straight up, in the minute where they gave it to me, they had forgotten their password. And they're like, what the hell is my, like, I enter this every day, but like I'm blanking and I can't remember it. So they were stuck, and they tried all sorts of combinations, and they did their best, but they could not unlock it. So they were like, fine, okay, what are you doing? And they look at me, and I had finished my homework by this point, so I was like, oh, I'm working on the Silmarillion logic puzzle. And they're like, okay, I like puzzles, I'll join. I'm like, okay, well, this one kind of requires you to know a lot about the Silmarillion. Like, you gotta know all these people's backstories and shit. And they're like, ah, frick it, I need something to take my mind off the fact that my iPad is locked for the next, like, hour at least, and I probably am not going to remember my password by then, and if I lose it, I'm going to lose all my homework. So I wrote out the entire family tree for this friend, and we did this Silmarillion logic puzzle. It was a good time. This is the nerd shit that I spent my college years on.
Hugh apparently knows a lot of Star Wars and Middle-earth languages.
Ooh, very cool.
Lynn actually named herself an Elvish name.
This is true, actually. My original, my stream name right here is Linderose, which is originally Elfish. Although it would be pronounced a little differently. In Elvish, it would be pronounced Linderose. If you look up the Elvish pronunciation schemes, they're really weird. I don't know why they would put the enunciation on the second syllable, but that's apparently what they do.
Gio, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Rocket Crew.
Yay!
I'm done with this drawing, like...
What are you gonna do?
You guys wanna see me do a puzzle?
Do a puzzle, yeah!
Do a Sonic trivia quiz?
Do a Sonic trivia quiz! That sounds like fun.
Or, oh, you guys wanna see me do a cipher?
What's a cipher?
Or a cryptogram. It's basically cracking a Caesar cipher.
Oh, okay. Yeah, wait, those are just like, Caesar cipher is when you move the letters over, right, by some number?
Or what's the one where like each letter is substituted by some other letter?
Oh, that's I thought a Caesar cipher was just the subset of that, where they're all, you know.
Yeah, where it's like a certain number
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
it's shifted.
yeah.
Maybe actually.
I
I
could
don't
be wrong
actually
though.
know what this cipher is called, but and there's a puzzle called a cryptogram that's basically just cracking those ciphers.
Oh, that's fun.
Actually, they're not very hard actually, and I used to like subscribe to an email thing that would send me one every day.
Back in the olden days, actually, I used to go to linguistics competitions where you had to like crack a fake language. Like they would give you a fake language,
Ooh,
and they'd give you.
Fun.
It was really cool. Yeah. Oh man, I had such stories. So back then, I also I've said this before, but none of my friends were really nerds. Like I was always friends with non-nerds, but I was like the one nerd that would just kind of chill with the non-nerds. I don't know why, I never really found any nerds. So I had to get some of my friends to join me because it was a 4-person team competition, okay? And nobody else cared about linguistics. But I wanted to go in, so I needed a team. So I go in with my team, and we like did some practice stuff and all that. Like I think they were just doing it because their parents were like, oh, this would look good on your resume if you have like a linguistics competition on there. And I was like, holy shit, languages. So I dragged my friends along for this. And it was, the way that it worked is that the top 3 people, so there's like an individual portion and there's a team portion. And the top 3 people from the individual portion get to go on to the next round. And like the next round takes place in some other place and they'll like, I don't know, they'll like pay for your stay there or something, you know? Yep. So I was like, oh shit, I want to get in there, right? Apparently what happens is me and this other guy that I knew who was a year older than me, both of us tied for 3rd place, okay? And I was one of the youngest people there, right? So I'm like, and like this guy's like, and then we're like, okay, so what's the tiebreaker? And it turns out the tiebreaker is team scores. And so like,
oh.
So obviously my team of like people who don't care about this at all, like, yeah, we didn't do anything at all. So, like by team scores, I mean, not the score of the team round, because we tied equally, including both of those. Like with our team score round and individual score rounds added together, myself and the other place person tied. But the other team members' individual scores are apparently the tiebreakers for like if your scores end up exactly tied. And so I didn't get to go to the next round, and I'm still sad about that. God damn it. I wanted to go so badly. It's all right. I did well in some other stuff, so I made up for it. Quietly bonko my head. Apparently my head has also been bonkoed. Welcome. Yeah, I think it was actually much afterwards to that I actually got into Lord of the Rings. I was only in Harry Potter back then, so I didn't know anything about Elvish, but I did eventually pick up some Elvish. My name is Elvish. It means something along the line of like song in the rain, depending on how you say it. Rain song, song in the rain. Could also mean other things. But for example, you've heard of the ancient city of Gondolin, potentially. If you have, that is the same root word for song that's in Lin, for Lin de Rose. And if you've heard of Maedhros, actually he's not the right one. If you've heard of Elros, who is Elrond's twin brother, the ending part of his name, Elerose, in Quenya Elvish, would be the same Lin de Rose that's in my name. His name also means ocean spray. Mine means rain, though. Same word, just used differently. There you go. Etymology behind Lin de Rose. I will admit I also chose it because it has middle initial D. And that's like a funny thing in One Piece. Hey.
Right.
Multiple naming schemes. Let's go. Yeah, I came up with his name ages ago. Dust can confirm that so when I originally started streaming, I was like, oh, I gotta come up with like a name and shit, you know? And Dust is like, what's your name? Or actually Sonagi was like, what's your name? And I'm like, oh, and I blanked, so I used this one. It's a good name though. One of the best names, if I do say so myself. Did you end up doing that? Are you doing a puzzle, Dust?
No, I'm playing Polybridge.
Oh, wait. What's Polybridge? Have I seen that one?
It's the bridge building game.
Oh, yeah. The one where you can cause deaths to people.
Yes.
Nice.
Except I forgot how to play this thing, so now I don't know how to do the thing.
Wait, so you mean you're gonna cause more deaths? Is that what I'm getting here?
No, like I don't know how to use the buttons anymore.
Oh gosh.
It's so long since I played this.
Here, I'll help you. Just build one thing and then attach a hover stone to it and it'll stay up easy. This is Tears of the Kingdom.
I know.
Building is so easy. Bridges are so easy. Just one hover stone, one stabilizer, done. Everything stays upright. Yeah, why didn't the Golden Gate Bridge builders or like London Bridge builders or like any other famous, why didn't they just add a hoverstone? It makes no sense. Yeah, see, I think I was saying to Dust earlier, I think you would enjoy Tears of the Kingdom. Not potentially for this. I mean, the story's good too, don't get me wrong, but I think you would like the mechanical engineering aspect of it quite a bit.
Well, here's the thing though.
Yeah.
So, if it messes with me if it's not like realistic, and it doesn't seem realistic.
It's not realistic.
I like that you can build like flying machines though. That's really cool.
It's actually surprisingly realistic considering that it's a game though. Like as in I grabbed a propeller. I stole a propeller from like a shrine, and I stole like a battery source from a shrine, and I stuck the propeller on top of like part of a machine, added a stabilizer, which all that does is keep it upright. And I set it going. And like you would build a helicopter, and if you don't put like the tail thing on it, the helicopter will just spin uncontrollably, right? Mm-hmm. That's what mine did, yeah. So so it worked perfectly. And I really didn't need it to be stable. All I needed was for it to go up. So so I built my Upgoer 3000 with the best of mechanical engineering skills. Yeah, surprisingly a lot of mechanical engineering stuff in there, I think. There have been mechy people that thought it was good. So you know a lot of Elvish, also the sub-languages of Elvish. Yes, cool. Mannish languages and the sub-Mannish languages. And Kuzdil, yep, that's the dwarf one. Old Entish, ooh, fun. And Black Speech, ah, yes. Of course, the only Black Speech I know is the inscription on the ring. Which, by the way, is written on the ring in the Feanorian script, which is such a dick move. Like, imagine, like, your worst enemy is a linguist, okay? Among other things, but also a linguist. Imagine they created this whole writing script for their people, right? And you're like, this guy sucks so much, I'm gonna take his letters and I'm gonna use it for my language, and I'm gonna stick that language on my cursed artifact that I will now proceed to rule the world with. Like, that sucks. Feanor from his grave is just like, frick you. Those are my letters, you sucker. Yeah, people got really into linguistics in the Elvish in the Elvish histories. They were quite concerned with it.
I forgot how to sell. Okay.
Oh no.
Well, I forgot how to do everything.
That's cool though, Gio. You spent some time learning all that though. That must have taken ages. I only know the barest bit of it. I mostly know Quenya Elvish because I am a huge fan of the Silmarillion, and the Silmarillion is about that specific type of elves. They end up murdering a lot of people. But like it's kind of not their fault, so like it's kind of okay. Also, Dust, you'll be pleased to know. Dust, you'll be pleased to know that yet another character that I picked out as my favorite early on in the game ended up becoming a villain.
Yeah, always happens.
Why does this keep happening?
It keeps happening.
No. I started off and I'm like, wow, this guy seems, pretty chill. I love him. A little bit, like, kind of weak almost, The sort of character that I wouldn't think could hold his own in a fight, but that's okay. I love it. Seems like a smart guy. And then, bam, villain. Every time.
It just has to be that way.
Damn it. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use like the green bluish shading probably. And then that will make the dress look a little bit greenish and a little bit bluish, which is indeed the goal here. If I'm gonna be combining both of these looks.
A little bit greenish and a little bit bluish.
A little bit greenish and a little bit bluish, yeah. Gio has typed something in Black Speech. Do not speak those words here. You dare. Yeah, what does it mean? I actually don't know. I do not know the Black Speech. I would not learn the language of Sauron, copier of people. Stealer of languages. If you haven't gathered by now, I'm kind of a fan of Feanor, who is kind of a bad guy, but he's kind of a bad guy. I mean, he didn't mean it. He did some bad stuff, but he did some bad stuff. Kill the elves, murder the elves, death to the elves. Yeah, that sounds about right. The perfect line of Black Speech. Nice. I love it. Learning a bit of black speech on your day off. Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Linfantry. Here we start armies and kill people with a little bit of arson on the side. But we always mean well, unlike in Dust's place, where they take over the world pretty nicely. So
nicely take over the world.
Yeah, very, very nicely. Okay. What the color schemes we gonna use here? Let's see. Let's go with the gray first. Dies of following. It's a hard knock life sometimes. Did you know that elves can die of like sadness? Like they can just get depressed and like straight up fade away. That's canon.
That story of my life.
Yes, that's canon. It's also too real.
Full ass mood right there.
Yeah. Heck. Tolkien out here spitting truths like fire from a dragon's mouth. Geo the welcoming dwarf. Ah, nice. Your lore is you have a dwarf defect, you're like 2x larger than a dwarf. Hey, it's okay. The actor who plays Thorin Oakenshield in the movie was like straight up 6 foot.
Bro.
And they got that to work somehow, you know? So that's great though.
Well, he had to be conventionally attractive, okay?
You're 6'6"? Oh my gosh, yeah, okay. You're fit to be Thorin Oakenshield here. Which, as far as dwarves go, I don't know if that's your choice, to be honest. Like, he's a good guy, but misguided a little, I would say.
Isn't his whole deal that, like, he's, like, stuck up or something?
He's not bad. In the beginning, he was, like... Okay, in the beginning, he was good. And then, he gets, like, the dwarf ring, like, one of the rings. And he, like, gets gold sickness, which means that you become kind of stuck up. So, yeah, by the end, he's, like, kind of stuck up, but... But he didn't mean for that to happen. To be fair, in the books, like, you really don't have much sympathy for him at all, but in the movies, they did a really good job with making him at least a little bit likable. If not because of the actor who had played Thorin, the actor who played Bilbo did an amazing job, so... sorry, my fave is Bomber A. See, I don't know if you're one of the people who counts the movies as canon, but I gotta say, that barrel scene, absolutely brilliant. I know they don't do it in the books, okay? Like, trust me, I am a huge diehard Lord of the Rings fan, but that barrel fighting scene was hilarious, and I am so glad they did it. Have you ever seen the Hobbit movies, Dust?
Yeah,
I know.
I know the barrel scene, yeah.
It's good. It's so good.
I feel like it's one of the most iconic scenes in that movie. Like...
It's so good. Yeah, in the book, they just kind of, they sneak out in barrels at night and nothing happens, and they roll safely into, like, the next town. But, but in the movie... It was a funny-ass fight scene. You love the lore of Bomber in the book. Ooh. Ooh. Good times. Yeah, he's got an axe stuck in his head, if I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong, because, as I said, the Feanorian elves are my forte. The dwarves are kind of the opposite of that. Actually, no, hold on. The Sindarin elves are the opposite of the dwarves, I would say. The Feanorian elves, actually, they liked dwarves. They were good friends with the dwarves. Because they were the craftspeople of the elves. They were the mechanical engineers. Hey.
Hey.
Oh, he wasn't the one that had an axe stuck in his head, actually, I'm thinking. It was the other guy that had the axe stuck in his head. Bomber's the one, obviously, he's the giant one. I'm aware of that. Who's the one that has the axe stuck in his head? Either Beefer or Bofer, probably, I want to say. I could be wrong. Out of the dwarves, I've always liked Ori. He's the scribe. He's also got a really tragic scene in the Mines of Moria in Lord of the Rings. Because, you know, there's that point in Lord of the Rings where they go to the Dwarven Kingdom. And yeah, you see the skeleton of someone there, and Gimli starts, like, sobbing, obviously. And you see a diary that says, like, drums in the deep, we cannot get out, and then it just cuts off halfway, where you know that Ori was slain as he lived, which kind of sucks. Bomber was unable to move alone from couch to table and required the aid of 6 young dwarves to lift him. Yeah, that sounds about right. Hey. Heckin' stats. Love him. Yeah, I think the Hobbit movies could have been very good. I'm of the opinion that the love triangle should have been cut out. But like all the other stuff was nice. I liked it.
There was a
Pretty
love
cool.
triangle in the Hobbit movie?
Yeah, they stuck like okay, so Keely is now extremely attractive. And there's this new elf named Tariel. She's not in the books. Her name actually just means daughter of the forest, which is, I guess, it's a fitting name. But her hair color makes no sense. She should not be having red hair as a freaking like Sindarin elf. She's not even Sindarin, she's Sylvan. She's like a Sylvan elf in the country of Sindarin elves, and she has the hair of like a specific type of Noldorin elf, which makes no sense. But anyways, so she's chillin', right? And she like falls in love with Keely, the dwarf nephew of Thorin, and yeah, and they love each other, and then Keely dies, you know, because like that's what happens. And then she's like, why did I have to love him if he was going to die so soon, or something like that. I don't actually remember. I was like, yeah, okay. Oh, and then like the love triangle part is that Legolas is implied to also maybe have a crush on her, which like is kind of fine. Yeah, Beaver is the one that has the axe. I knew it was either Beaver or Bofer. I forgot which one. If I remember properly, they're also siblings of Bomber or something. I think it's Beaver, Bofer, and Bomber are siblings or something like that. Could be wrong. Been a while since I've thought of the dwarfs. Okay. Geo means Phoenix, and your name basically translated to Phoenix, so your name is Phoenix with the... Oh, okay. Huh. That's cool. That's cool. Have you played Ace Attorney? Main character's Phoenix, right? I think you'd like that game. If only for the name, I suppose. Fun linguistic fact, since we seem to be on a linguistic trend today. Phoenix Wright's name, along with everybody else's name in Ace Attorney, was meant to match up with a name in the Japanese version, but not entirely, like kind of control the same meaning. So his name in Japanese has the character for dragon in it, where like the dragon is supposed to be something that like kind of, you know, the fire and reviving and like being powerful and shit. So that's why Phoenix. And his last name in Japanese is like, oh, I see, or oh, I understand, which translates to, in the English version, right. There you go.
That was facts.
That was facts. More facts. I do love myself some facts. Okay.
You do love yourself some facts.
Everybody loves a good fact. Everybody will be forced to love a good fact. All shall love me and despair. Okay, I'm gonna cover this. Yeah, the nice thing about watching like the Star Wars movies or like the Lord of the Rings movies is they're just so quotable. There's so many memes in them. I feel like Harry Potter has less memes. I don't know why.
I mean, like, Kill the Worst Expelled is a meme.
That's true. Or like, Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire, but like screamed?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I can only think of like 2 or 3, maybe. Are there more? There are probably more. I just can't think of them.
Leviosa is a meme.
Oh yeah, true.
And just like
there's probably more.
Just saying Potter with a very British accent is a meme.
Oh, I don't know that one.
It is. I wish I was better at like emulating accents, but I'm really not.
I think you're probably pretty good. No?
No, I'm not. Have you ever seen me do an accent?
You voiced that character from that game we played. The one, what was it called? The one with the monsters. The dating sim with the monsters.
The monster prom?
Yeah, we played that game, remember?
Yeah, but that was basically just me in a variety of cadences, you know?
There you go. I love accents. I'm not great at them, but I can do like at least a few. Just for fun, you know? Just for fun.
Do an accent. You should have a redeemed as an accent request.
Ooh, true. I should.
Do an accent for for a certain amount of time.
That would be fun. I can only do a few accents like consistently though. Usually what I have to do is I have to listen to somebody speaking that accent and then I like unconsciously mirror them. But like British, you know, that's pretty simple. I can do that, I think. Not well,
So
but
you're like,
I can kind of do
So you're
it.
like an accent chameleon.
Yes, actually, surprisingly. If someone speaks in an accent around me, I end up accidentally imitating them and I have to try to stop, which I think a lot of people do that. Like, I don't think I'm alone in this, but yeah, it kind of, sometimes it feels like you're trying to like, you know, mess with them or something, which I'm not. I'm just accidentally speaking in the same accent.
Are you mocking me?
Yeah, like I'm not mocking them, I promise. Bofer and Bomber are siblings, but Beefer is their cousin. Ha, that sounds like something the dwarves would do, yeah. Let's name these two similar, but like this one. This one's their cousin, so he's gonna be even more similar to one of the siblings.
I no longer desire to build this bridge.
Oh no. Break the bridge. Break the bridge.
Oh, I've broken it about 100 times now.
I love that. That's great. Here.
Freaking bird climbing all over me.
Hey. It's always burb time. Always.
It is always burb time.
Okay, do I have more to do here? Yeah, I think we gotta go for the gray again.
And when are you planning on ending stream today?
Oh, probably pretty soon actually. I didn't mean to go this long, shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I gotta do work, and I also have to go into the office tomorrow, which means I have to wake up early. Frick.
That's true. You have to physically be present in the office.
Isn't that just terrible?
Isn't that just terrible?
Isn't that the worst?
Can't imagine that happening to anyone.
Lol.
Especially not myself.
Hey, full list of Thorin and company. Yeah, oh, Balin's cool too. I like Balin a lot. Balin's chill.
Man, I remember all these names, but it's been so long.
Balin is like the old one who's like wise and like knows his shit. And he's like, he's got this air of like, Thorin, what the frick are you doing? But like not in like a stern way, in like an old grandfatherly way.
Right.
Good times. Fili and Kili, brothers, nephews of Thorin. Yes, and if I remember properly, Fili and Kili's mother's name is Dis, and Dis is Thorin's sister. Why do I know that? I don't know much about the dwarves. I shouldn't know that. And they had another brother too. I think his name was Freyr? Am I correct on that? Like his name was literally brother. And he exists just to get killed off.
Oh. Cool.
As in he gets killed off in the Thorin backstory, and that's why Thorin hates the dragon and stuff so much. He's like, and the elves did not come and help me. And then my brother died. Yeah, I think Dis is straight up one of the only... Actually, the only named female elf... female dwarf I can think of. There are other dwarves whose genders have not been specified, but the only canonically female dwarf I can think of is Dis, the mother of Fili and Kili. I've always been of the opinion that Narvi, who is a dwarf from the Second Age, should be a girl. Because that'd be really cool. Narvi's one of the builders of the Doors of Durin. But like theoretically any of the dwarves could have been girls, because it's not like the elves would have known, and most of the histories are written from the point of view of the elves. This is the only named female dwarf? Yeah, that sounds about right to me. Heck yeah, good to have confirmation though. Yeah, I'm just going through my own named list of dwarves. I know a good number of dwarves, but these are mostly from the Silmarillion era. And there's not too many of them in the Silmarillion era. There's Azaghal, the leader of the dwarves in the First Age, who fought along with Maedhros in the Battle of Unnumbered Tears. He gifted the helm of, let's say, helm of something or the other. Dorloman, I think? Yeah, the dragon helm of Dorloman was gifted by Azaghal the Lord to Maedhros. And it was forged by Telchar, who was a dwarf smith, so that's another one. Telchar and Azaghal. And then there's Narvi from the Second Age, and I think that's straight up it. Like, there's not too many named dwarfs in the Silmarillion. It's a story of elves murdering other elves, and the dwarves are there for, like, cool shit. Like, they're there to, like, help people out and be awesome. Azaghal, I think, single-handedly takes down, like, a Balrog, and it's pretty awesome. He dies in the process, unfortunately, and then gets taken out with, like, a great fanfare by the rest of his people. It's pretty awesome.
You guys can't see it, but I'm playing the most intense game of Minesweeper right now.
Minesweeper! Oh man, it's been so long.
I can love Minesweeper.
Are you good at Minesweeper?
Who's not good at Minesweeper?
I'm not good at Minesweeper.
Oh, how do you not, like, if you play enough games of Minesweeper, your brain just, like, automatically works.
That's probably fair.
Plays the game. And at that point, it's just, like, an idle activity.
I think my problem is I just haven't played enough of it.
Yeah. If you play enough of it, you'll just be like, oh yeah. It's just the simplest algorithmic puzzle that you could have.
This is fair. I do like myself some algorithmic puzzles, so I guess I shouldn't be too.
I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna step on a mine. I'll be like, oh, Minesweeper is the easiest game ever, but then
blows up, yeah.
Fail. Yeah. Also, don't you hate it when it's down to like a 50-50 chance
yeah.
of the last line?
Yeah, I hate that, yeah.
Always.
Puzzles should be solvable. You know what, I've reminded myself of that Silmarillion puzzle. I'm gonna go back and do it. Because it's been ages, I think I've forgotten all the placements, which is good, finally. Now I can redo the puzzle.
Do it. Quality puzzles that can be redone.
Yeah. Okay, we've got
2 mines remaining.
Yes. 2 mines, oh no.
I have 1 mine remaining.
Oh no.
I have
0 mines remaining?
Hold on.
A blown up board?
Hold on.
Okay.
This is delicate work here, you see.
This is me on the Fire Emblem streams.
I have 0 mines remaining. Yay.
You did it.
I found all the mines.
What's the size of the board? Like, are there different board sizes and stuff?
I'm playing Google Minesweeper at medium difficulty, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 by 18?
Oh, that sounds large.
With 40 mines. Wait, it was hard. Ooh, that's not that much bigger, actually. I actually I really like just like giant boards of Minesweeper. Sorry, this is really weird, but I really like giant Minesweeper boards because you can just get at it for like, I don't know.
That's fair.
Like a full 5 minutes, just like, just slowly eating away at the board.
You know, Dust, have you ever done a puzzle hunt? I feel like you might like it.
What's a puzzle hunt?
So puzzle hunts are like, so like, you sit in the, okay, it doesn't have to be, that's true, it doesn't have to be a physical thing. So you get like one puzzle, and it unlocks a second puzzle, which unlocks like a whole bunch of puzzles, which all unlock different puzzles, and in the end you gather a bunch of clues and you put them into one thing and you solve like one final puzzle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this like...
It's usually like a team event that gets hosted. I think this is like very much a software engineering thing, but it is actually, doesn't have anything to do with software engineering, so like theoretically anyone could do it.
Well, I mean, it's nerd shit, so like...
Yeah, it's nerd shit, but this is stuff I've only ever seen other computer science people do.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. It usually just gets advertised in like software engineering. Like back in college, it would be advertised to like the CS classes.
It sounds fun, I'd do it.
Yeah, they're like team events.
I feel like my nerd shit colleagues will do it too.
Yeah, I feel like everyone, like, all the engineers would love this sort of stuff.
Everyone in the tech industry.
Yeah, true. Oh, true, yeah, there's Durin 1 and, like, Durin 2. Yeah, good point. There's all the Durins. I think Durin 7 or something is, like, the last Durin we get to in, like, by the Third Age. So, okay, that's another 7 dwarves. I don't know how many Durins there are. There's a lot. Hydrate for me, why thank you.
Did you die? Are you dying? Oh, she's dead. Nice. Can finally take over. Wow.
I'm dead. Let's go. Me waiting patiently to reclaim my voice. Okay, it's back. Let's go. Durin 7, also known as Durin the Last. Oh, were there no more Durins? I mean... Actually, yeah, good point. What happened to the dwarves after the 4th age? Huh. I never really considered it. I guess they just kind of retreated into the mountains and became their own people. That's fair. Yep, okay, went back to Khazad Dûm and restored the Ancient Kingdom. Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I would have expected. That's awesome, good for them. Heck yeah. Yeah, as a fan of the Noldoran elves, I've always been a fan of the dwarves. I don't know much about them. They're secretive folk. Like, in Lord of the Rings, there's this whole thing like, oh yeah, the elves hated the dwarves, and the dwarves hated the elves, and all that stuff. But like... Oh, are you talking about like Mim, the petty dwarf? I don't know if he counts. His name was literally Mim, like pronounced meme. So the Silmarillion memes page used to be called Silmarillion memes, but like spelled M-I-M. The glittering caves of Nargothrond, if I remember properly. Could be wrong about that too, though. Been a while. Okay, I'm gonna do like a black outline here, I think. That would make this work out. Oh, also it is 8 o'clock. Okay, alright. I am going to be heading off. Dust, are you staying for any bit longer, or...?
I'll finish this game of Minesweeper.
Alright. Dust is gonna be finishing Minesweeper. I am gonna be heading off.
Alright, I'll also be off, because it's not like anybody can see Minesweeper right now.
Also fair.
Yeah.
It's 5:01 a.m. for you? Oh my gosh, go to sleep.
Go to sleep!
Go to
sleep! Go be healthy!
Sleep is important, I say, as I proceed to not get enough sleep.
Yeah. God.
Hard knock life it is. Alright, well, I'm gonna head off then, yeah, I think that's about it. I'll be back tomorrow playing potentially Fire Emblem, but potentially not. Because, yeah, I gotta go to work and they may keep me there late, so... we can keep that up. I'll be putting the schedule on Discord, so you'll know for sure if I am streaming or not then. See ya!
Get out of here!
Bye!
Get out!